Okay, now today we discuss about topic synchronous motor. Now today's learning outcome. So after this session, you will be able to explain the working of synchronous motor. For this lecture, you should know what is rotating magnetic field, what is Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, then what is torque, what is magnetic locking, etc. So these are the factors. So you should know these all these things, that is rotating magnetic field, Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, torque, and magnetic locking. Okay, you should also know the construction, that is what is stator, what is rotor, armature winding, field winding, damper winding, etc. Okay, so stator is a static part, rotor is a rotating part, the winding which is wound in armature, that is known as the armature winding, the winding which is wound on magnetic pole, that is the field winding, and one extra winding which is wound in the pole shoe of magnetic pole, that is known as the damper winding. Today's content: introduction about the synchronous motor, working of synchronous motor, and then we will conclude it. Okay, so introduction. So how can we, first of all, we define the synchronous motor? Okay, so for that we have to know the concept of synchronous speed. Okay, so synchronous speed ns is equal to 120 f by p, where f is the frequency and p is the number of poles. F is the frequency and P is the number of poles. Suppose we assume that frequency is 50 Hertz and number of pole P is equal to 2. Okay, so when frequency is 50 Hertz and number of poles are 2, at that time the synchronous speed becomes equal to 3000 RPM, that is 120 multiplied by 50 divided by 2. So it becomes 3000 RPM. So synchronous speed, that is the speed on which the rotor of the rotor of the motor rotates. Okay, that is known as the synchronous speed. Okay, or in another words, we can say that for motor, the synchronous speed, that is the speed at which the rotating magnetic field rotates. Okay, so it is also the speed of rotating magnetic field. Okay, in previous lecture we studied about the induction motor. So induction motor never runs at a synchronous speed. It runs at a speed lesser than a synchronous speed, whereas synchronous motor always runs at a synchronous speed. Okay, so the for synchronous motor, synchronous speed is the speed at which the rotor of the synchronous motor rotates or runs, and the formula for it, that is the ns is equal to 120 f by p, where f is the frequency and p is the number of poles. So as we change the frequency or as we change the number of poles, the speed of synchronous motor will change. Okay, so this synchronous speed. Now concept of synchronous motor. Okay, so it converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So basic concept of synchronous motor is the motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. It runs at a synchronous speed. Another characteristics, another feature of synchronous motor is it always runs at a synchronous speed. In previous lecture we studied the induction motor. Induction motor never runs at a synchronous speed. It always runs at a speed lesser than a synchronous speed. Okay, whereas this synchronous motor always runs at a synchronous speed, and this synchronous speed is ns is equal to 120 f by p. Okay, operation of synchronous motor depends upon supply frequency. Okay, as we knew that synchronous speed depends on frequency and number of poles. Okay, ns is equal to 120 f by p. So the synchronous speed depends on frequency as well as number of poles. So we can say that the operation of synchronous motor also depends on supply frequency. The unique characteristics of this motor is that it operates under any electrical power factor. Okay, in electrical we have a mainly three power factors: lagging power factor, leading power factor, and a unity power factor. Okay, this is the only one motor which operates at any electrical power factor. That means it will also operate on lagging power factor, it will also operate on leading power factor, and it will also operates on unity power factor. Okay, so it has a unique characteristics that of operating under any electrical power factor. So we can say that this is the only motor which operates on any electrical power factor: lagging, leading, as well as unity power factor. Okay, now on which principle the synchronous motor operates? Okay, so when three-phase electric conductors are placed in a certain geometrical position, that means in certain angle from one another. Okay, so there is some certain angle between two conductors. That's why it is written that it in certain geometrical positions. So when three-phase electrical conductors are placed in certain geometrical positions in certain angle from one another, then an electrical field is generated. Okay, so now the rotating magnetic field rotates at a certain speed. That speed is called synchronous speed. Okay, so when three-phase supply is given to three-phase conductors which are placed in certain geometrical position, at that time the magnetic, or we can say that magnetic field is produced, and this magnetic field rotates at some speed, and this speed is called as synchronous speed. Now if electromagnet is present in this rotating magnetic field, now what happens? The rotating magnetic field is produced. Okay, when supply is given to the three-phase electric conductor, okay, at that time what happens? Magnetic field is produced, and this magnetic field rotates at a synchronous speed. Now what we have to do? Now one electromagnet is present in this rotating magnetic field, or we can say that we put one electromagnet in this rotating magnetic field. The electromagnet is magnetically locked with this rotating magnetic field. Okay, so rotating magnetic field rotates at a synchronous speed, and in this rotating magnetic field, if one electromagnet is placed, then this electromagnet is magnetically locked with this rotating magnetic field, and it also rotates with the same speed of rotating magnetic field. Okay, understood the principle? When three-phase supply is given to the three-phase conductor, at that time rotating magnetic field is produced. This rotating magnetic field rotates at a synchronous speed in clockwise direction. Now we are going to put one electromagnet in this rotating magnetic field. Okay, so when we are putting one electromagnet in this rotating magnetic field, at that time magnetic locking occurs between rotating magnetic field and electromagnet, and due to this magnetic locking, this electromagnet also rotates with the same speed of rotating magnetic field. So rotating magnetic field rotates at a synchronous speed, so this electromagnet will also rotate at a synchronous speed. So on this principle the synchronous motor work. Okay, so this is the basic diagram of it. Here is the stator winding, okay, and three-phase stator winding, and here three-phase supply is given, so rotating magnetic field is produced in this rotating magnetic field. Okay, here is, look at this, this is the three-phase supply, and we are giving three-phase winding to the stator. So rotating magnetic field is produced. This rotating magnetic field rotates in a clockwise direction at a speed of synchronous speed. Okay, now this is the one electromagnet. So when electromagnet is placed in this rotating magnetic field, magnetic locking occurs between rotating magnetic field and electromagnet, and then this electromagnet also rotates at a synchronous speed in the same direction of rotating magnetic field. On this principle, the synchronous motor works or operates. Okay. Now in this figure, previous figure, what happens? So here this is the stator winding, here is also stator winding. We are giving three-phase supply to the stator winding. Okay, so we can say that the rotating magnetic field is produced, or we can say in another words, then when three-phase supply is given to the stator winding, at that time stator poles are produced. Okay, stator pole, that means this is the north pole of stator and this is the south pole of stator. Okay, so when three-phase supply is given to the three-phase stator winding, at that time rotating magnetic field is produced, which rotates at a synchronous speed. Okay, now we assume that when three-phase supply is given, at that time stator poles are produced. So at that time, this is the north pole of stator and this pole becomes the south pole of stator. Okay, understood? Now what happens? These stator poles are also rotates at a synchronous speed. Okay, understood? Now this is the rotor, or we can say that the electromagnet. On this magnetic pole, one winding is wound. This winding is known as the field winding, and we are giving DC supply to this field winding. Okay, why this DC supply is required? This DC supply is given to this field winding to magnetize the magnetic pole. Okay, so now stator poles are produced. Now what we have to do? We have to give DC supply to this field winding. Okay, so what happens when DC supply or excitation is given? At that time current is flowing through this field winding, that is known as the field current. So as soon as the field current is flowing through this winding, this magnetic pole is magnetized and magnetic poles are produced, or we can say that the rotor poles are produced. Okay, so now at that time it becomes the north pole of rotor and this becomes the south pole of rotor. So stator poles are NS and SS, rotor poles are NR and SR. Okay, so this is the north pole of rotor and this is the south pole of rotor. Likewise in stator, this is the north pole of stator and this is the south pole of rotor. Okay, so what happens here? We assume that this is the north pole of stator and this is the north pole of rotor. Okay, so when these two same polarity poles, okay, this is the north pole of stator, this is the north pole of rotor. So what happens? The same polarity poles are nearer to each other. Okay, so when same polarity poles are nearer to each other, at that time force of repulsion is produced between these two, north pole of stator and south pole of stator. Okay, so due to the force of repulsion produced in between these two poles, what happens? This rotor tries to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, due to the force of repulsion. Okay, so now what happens? This rotor tries to move in anti-clockwise direction, but before this rotor tries to move in the anti-clockwise direction, these stator poles are changed. These stator poles has been changed. Okay, so why? Because the speed of rotating magnetic field is very high and the mass of rotor inertia is also very high. So before this rotor starts to rotate in anti-clockwise direction, the stator poles are changed. Okay, so now what happens? this pole becomes the south pole of stator and this pole becomes the north pole of stator. Okay, so in this condition what happens? The south pole of stator and north pole of rotor, these two opposite polarity poles are nearer to each other. So these two opposite polarity poles comes nearer to each other. So what happens when two opposite polarity poles come nearer to each other? The force of attraction is produced in between these two. Okay, so force of attraction is produced in between these two. Likewise here what happens, this is the south pole of rotor and this is the north pole of stator. So in between these two, these are also the opposite polarity poles, so force of attraction is also produced in between these two. So what happens in upper and in lower, what happens, the force of attraction is produced. Now this rotating magnetic field continues to rotate at a synchronous speed. So due to the force of attraction produced between stator poles and rotor poles, this rotor also tries to rotate in the clockwise direction. Okay, but before this rotor tries to rotate in a clockwise direction, once again the stator poles has been changed. Okay, so now this pole becomes the north pole of stator and this pole becomes the south pole of stator. Okay, so what happens, once again the same polarity poles comes nearer to each other. So once again the force of repulsion is produced in between these two. So once again this rotor starts to rotate in anti-clockwise direction due to the force of repulsion, but due to the high mass of rotor inertia and high speed of rotating magnetic field, the stator poles has been changed before the rotor starts to rotate. So once again this pole becomes the south pole of stator, this pole becomes the north pole of stator. So now what happens, the opposite poles are nearer to each other, so force of repulsion is produced. Okay, now in this condition, if we give some torque to this rotor in the direction of rotating magnetic field, what we have to do, we have to do, when two opposite poles are nearer to each other, at that time we have to give some torque to this rotor in the direction of rotating magnetic field. At that time what happens, the magnetic locking occurs between stator and rotor poles and this rotor also continues to rotate at a synchronous speed. Okay, so magnetic locking occurs between stator poles and rotor poles, so then the rotor also continues to rotate at a synchronous speed. Okay, so from this explanation we can say that synchronous motor is not a self-starting motor. Okay, and what is the reason? The reason is the high mass inertia of the rotor and high speed of rotating magnetic field. Okay, so from this explanation we can say that the synchronous motor is not a self-starting motor, and the reason behind it, that is the high mass inertia of the rotor. Due to the high mass inertia of the rotor and high speed of rotating magnetic field, the rotor is not capable to rotate in a direction of rotating magnetic field. And if we give some torque to rotor in the direction of rotating magnetic field, then magnetic locking occurs between stator poles and rotor poles, and then the rotor starts to rotate in the direction of magnetic field at a synchronous speed. Okay, so this is the working of synchronous motor. Okay, so from this explanation that synchronous motor is not self-starting motor, so we have to use the starting method to start the synchronous motor. Okay, so we have a different methods to start the synchronous motor. Okay, so here is the reference, that is the electrical for you, fc.com, dreamstime.com, and electrical technology by BL Thereja. So the starting methods of synchronous motor will discuss later on.